Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to show you how you can build a honey and honeycomb farm. I'm going to be doing both of the farms in the same video because they're very similar, but unfortunately you can't use the same farm for multiple purposes because the mechanics are very slightly different, which means you have to utilize different mechanics to make the farms work. But before we get into the tutorial, I just want to say that I got a new microphone, so hopefully the audio quality is a lot better. And also, if you want to skip straight to the tutorial, there will be timestamps in the description. But before I get into the tutorial, I'll be explaining how this farm works, and also there will be a world download in the description if you want to check out this farm in more detail. With the honey farm, we have 3 bees per each of these beehives, and we have a flower per every one of the hives, and these bees use these flowers to pollinate them, and then once they reach the hive again, they will add their pollen to the hive, which means after a little bit, it will increase the honey level inside of the hive. This comparator can detect the level of honey inside of the hive, and once the hive is full, as it's really close here, it's at the 4th level of honey, and once it reaches its 5th level of honey, this dispenser will fire with the bottles inside, and it will take the honey out of this hive and put it into this hopper right here. The honeycomb farm is a little more complex just because each time that we harvest the hive, we'll get 3 items instead of just 1. So instead of just having a hopper below this hive, we need to have more than that. So here we have these hopper minecarts, which pick up a lot more items than the hopper, and we also have this farmland, which is only a part of a block, which means that hoppers below it can pick up the items through the block and put them into this hopper right here, so we don't lose any of that honeycomb. And then these hoppers on the side do the exact same thing. They prevent the loss of the honeycomb on the sides. And then up here we have to use observers to make it a little bit more compact instead of over here where we have to use comparators. Unfortunately, over here we can't use observers because each time that this observer will fire, it would spit out an empty bottle into this hopper, which would not be very good because we only want the honey bottles landing in these hoppers. But over here, it doesn't matter because the shears do not get spat out by the dispenser and they don't use any durability when they're spat out into a hive that is not full yet. The first thing you're going to want to do for a honey farm is you're going to want to find yourself a place somewhere in the nether or end dimension, because if you do it in the overworld, you have to deal with things like time and weather affecting the times that your bees are working. But if you do it in the end, you don't have to deal with that, and it's the same thing with the nether. So once you find your place, you're going to want to go a couple blocks off the ground, just like that, and place a grass on top. Then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks off of that, and place flowers on top of the grass or dirt, depending on what you want to use. Then you're going to want to place glass around it, just like this. But on the last block on this side, or anywhere in between this, you're just going to want to place a trapdoor against the top block of the flower, just like that. And then you're going to want to place another glass on this side. After that, you're going to want to put a temporary block back here, and then you're going to want to extend those temporary blocks all the way back. Then you're going to want to put hoppers facing into this block. And after that, you're going to want to place a block below this trapdoor, and you're going to want to open it so you can stand there. Then you're going to want to close it so you can go under, and then close it again so that when you place your beehives with 3 bees inside of it, they cannot escape. Then you're going to want to place your beehives and make sure that they have 3 bees inside of it. If you wanted to, you could do it with only 1 bee, but that would mean the farm would be a lot less efficient. Then you're going to want to place in all of your hives. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go back to your trapdoor, and you're going to want to get out and close the door before all of the bees escape, just like that. Make sure that none of your bees are able to get out when you do that, because otherwise you could end up with some stray bees, and that would not be very good, and it would be annoying to get them back inside of the hive. Then you can place this block with your normal block, and you can break all these temporary blocks in the back. Then you're going to want to go below your beehives, and you're going to want to place hoppers going all the way under each and every single one. These hoppers will go into whatever kind of storage system that you want to have for this farm. Then you're going to want to put a line of glass that is 2 blocks wide, going all the way across. After that, you're going to want to go 1 block upwards diagonally, and you're going to want to go all the way across, just like that. Then you're going to want to go 1 block upwards diagonally again with something that is transparent and go all the way back. And you're going to want to go 1 more block upwards with another transparent block. And you're going to want to extend that all the way to this side. After that, you're going to want to put a solid block all the way across here. And you're going to want to put some comparators down here that are coming out of these beehives, going all the way across, and try to keep them off of subtraction mode, just like that. Then you're going to want to place a bunch of redstone across all of these blocks, all the way up until the concrete blocks at the top. After that, you're going to want to come down here, and you're going to want to place dispensers, just like this, so that they face downwards into your beehives. Then you're going to want to grab some chests, and you're going to want to place them on top of this. This part is optional. It's just to be able to fill up all of your dispensers with your bottles so that you can have a pretty much infinite supply of bottles for your dispensers. You could just put some bottles inside of the dispensers, and you could replace these hoppers with a normal block. But this is better if you want to have a more stable setup that will last a lot longer without you having to refill it as much. And after that, your honey farm is pretty much complete. For the honeycomb farm, the first thing you're going to want to do is find somewhere to build your farm, preferably somewhere in the end, because in the end you can still use water, and the bees don't have to stop working when it's raining or thundering or it's nighttime. So then, once you find your spot, you're going to want to go 1, 2, 3 blocks off the ground and place a block on top. After that, you're going to want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks in any direction. Then you're going to want to count 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks towards the middle and place a block there, skip a block and place another block on the opposite side. Then you're going to want to place a stair facing into this middle block and waterlog it. Then you can till all of this grass into farmland and place flowers on top. Once you've done that, you're going to want to place a trapdoor on the top block of one of your flowers, and you're going to want to create a wall along the front of your flowers. Then you're going to want to create a little bit of a wall on the side, just like that, and leave that corner block there, and do the same on the opposite side. After that, you're going to want to go 1 block diagonally upwards from your wall on the front, and you're going to want to create a little bit of a roof above your flowers and place a bunch of temporary blocks behind that roof, just like that. Once you've done that, you're going to want to place a temporary block below your trapdoor and close it. Then you're going to want to open the trapdoor and close it behind you so that when you place your beehives, the bees do not escape. After that, you're going to want to place your beehives, preferably with 3 bees inside of them, but you could also do it with a less amount of bees, but you're going to want to use 3 bees if you want to have the maximum amount of efficiency possible. Then you're going to want to place all of your beehives. And you're going to want to try to get out as quickly as you can, because the bees will come out very quickly, and if once they come out, they could escape if you're not quick enough. Once you've gotten out, you're going to want to break this bottom block, and you're going to want to place this trapdoor with any type of block, and you can break these temporary blocks on the top. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stand below one of your hive blocks, and you're going to want to go 2 blocks upwards and break the bottom block. Then you're going to want to place temporary blocks going all the way across to the opposite side, and then you're going to want to place hoppers all the way on top. These hoppers will go into whatever kind of storage system you'd like to have for this farm. Then you can break those temporary blocks below the hoppers, and then you're going to want to place hoppers on either side, just like that. And then you're going to want to place hoppers below all the farmland, facing into the original hoppers. After that, you're going to want to place rails on top of all of the hoppers that are facing downwards, and you're going to want to place hopper minecarts against all of those rails. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go over here, and you're going to want to go 1 block diagonally over to the side, 1 block upwards, and 1 block diagonally upwards, just like that, and then create a little bit of a wall on the back. And then you're going to want to go straight line of blocks like that, and you're going to want to go 1 block upwards at the very end, 1 block diagonally to the side, and 1 block diagonally over and up, just like that. After that, you're going to want to go 2 blocks outwards from that hive, and you're going to want to extend a line of temporary blocks going all the way back to the other side. Once you've done that, you're going to want to stand on top of these hives at the very back and aim at the top of the block and place dispensers going all the way across, and these dispensers should be facing directly into the beehives. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to break all the glass, and you're going to want to replace them with hoppers going in these dispensers. You don't have to use any of these hoppers, but if you want to, they will be useful for collecting extra shears, which you'll be using to collect all the honeycomb from these hives. After that, you're going to want to place some chests on top so that you have even more storage, and you could keep expanding this even more, so you could have a ton and a ton of shears stored up in here so that you never have to refill it ever again. After that, you're going to want to place a line of observers on the top of all of these hives, just like this. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to place blocks on top of these observers, and you're going to want to place a line of blocks on top of these dispensers as well. After that, you're going to want to place some redstone dust on top of all of these blocks, and then you're done with your honeycomb farm. Now that I've shown you how to build a honey and a honeycomb farm, it's going to be time to end this video. So if you liked it, then please leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. I also have a Twitch, twitch.tv/FastJaz, if you want to go follow it. I'll be doing some fun Minecraft live streams over there pretty often, because I enjoyed the last one a lot. It was really, really fun. And besides that, that's it. So, bye-bye.